Now, Jesus Christ came so that we would not have to be in the actualness of that situation, so that we could escape. Jesus Christ was God's plan of escape for humanity to avoid eternal condemnation, because there was a sin debt. And God knew you could never pay it off. It would take you forever to pay your sin debt. What's the price of your sin debt? To suffer forever. Can you suffer forever and then come to the end of forever and be like, well, okay, now God, I'm ready to come to heaven? No, you can't do that, because forever has no end. Forever is forever. So God knew you couldn't do that, but somehow, by the miraculous power of God and wonders of God, the sin debt was somehow compressed. Don't ask me how. Supernaturally, Jesus Christ went to the cross and paid the sin debt for all of humanity. How he did it, I don't know. I just know about it. Oh my God. Can I get a witness out there? How in the world did Jesus satisfy the debt, the sin debt that all of humanity owed towards God Almighty? We know about it, but we still don't understand the mechanics of it. Is that making sense? How do you compress punishment that lies in the halls of eternity to pay a sin debt for humanity? Why would God even want to bear scars in his hand and his feet for us, when we can get a acne or a pimple on our face and we go, oh my gosh, I can't stand this. I got to get some cream and get rid of this off my face. But he has holes in his hands, holes in his feet that were originally not even there. He's willing to change his physical substance in appearance to satisfy our sin debt. Now that's love. You're not going to tell me that's not love. How many of you out there would allow somebody to drive a stake through your hand, for even your mama? For some folk, I could say even your child. Some people might do it, but I'm here to tell you, after hanging on that cross for about 5 hours into it, you're going to be like, wait a minute. Some of you 1 hour, you're going to be like, wait a minute, you love your child, but come on now. And then somehow now you got to suffer the compressed state of the sin debt, which lies in the halls of eternity. How you going to do this? You don't even have it in you to do that. Don't nobody love nobody hell much. Can I talk about it today? Don't nobody love nobody hell much. Who going to hell for somebody? Please. No, no. And God knows you're not. So he sent Jesus to die, to pay the sin debt, because you couldn't pay it. I couldn't pay it. None of us can pay it. And we definitely can't reverse time and be like, well, let me erase this sin. Let me erase that sin. Let me erase all. It's impossible. You can't do it. See, Jesus, symbolically speaking, is the reversal of all the sin that we've all committed in our lives. And by reversal, I mean he just wipes it out like it was never there. It falls into the sea of forgetfulness. God doesn't remember it. You do. A lot of you do remember it because you have the needle tracks on your arm. You have the crack pipe in your house. You have the memories of this, that, and the third, and everything that the devil did to you, the lifestyle he tricked you into committing these sins. But God don't remember that stuff once you ask him to forgive you, because he holds nothing against you. He knows you did not ask. I don't believe any of us asked to come here. But now that you're here, Father knows that it is his responsibility to take care of you and to heal you from all the attacks of the devil, who is God's primary enemy. And when you walk with Satan, he sees you as an enemy. If I walk with Satan, he'll see me as an enemy. Why? Because we're working with his foes. You can't straddle the fence with God Almighty. You're either hot or cold. Jesus even said if he comes and when he comes and if you're lukewarm, he's going to spew you out of his mouth. And I think he was referring to the church. You can't half step with Jesus Christ. You're either his friend or his enemy. It is humanity that plays both sides of the fence. Some of humanity. I call those types of people two-faced people because me personally, you can't hang with my enemies and then call yourself my friend. You can't like my enemies and want to keep company with my enemies and correspond with my enemies and call yourself my friend. If you deal with my enemies, you are one too. And that's the problem with the world today. There's too much going back and forth. You got people trying to play both sides of the fence. You're not going to do it with God. And there are other people probably out there just like me. You're not going to do it with them either. You're not going to do it with me. I come from the school of thought you're either a friend or a foe or an acquaintance or a stranger. But definitely it won't be somebody playing both sides of the fence. And that's what people try to do when they try to hold on to the world and then they try to hold on to God. They want God, they want the benefits of God, but they want the pleasures of the world. It's not going to work. And Judgment Day is going to put an end to all of that. You better think about that lake of fire, though. Let me tell you something. When you turn on your stove to cook your food or whatever, take a good look at that fire. How long can you stand? Could you stand to be in that? And even if you hold your hand up over it and you don't actually put your hand in the fire, you're going to draw back. That's some hot stuff. And you mean to tell me that the fire in hell is hotter than the fire that we deal with on earth to cook our food and burn wood and all that in fireplaces and stuff? You mean to tell me that the fire in hell is hotter? And you don't want Jesus Christ? You don't want Jesus to pay your sin debt so you don't have to pay it, because the price of sin is that fire for all eternity. It's not like you're going to be there. It's not like our human lifespan where people come here and they live X amount of years and then they depart. Their body might get sick or get old and they leave. No, hell is forever. Being separated from God Almighty is forever and ever 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 and ever.